We're
Welcome,
here.
everybody.
Yeah, welcome, everybody. Oh, we have 6 people in the room already.
Ah,
Yeah.
welcome, Jane and Anne and Debbie and Maria and Jete. I may not have pronounced that last one right.
Yeah, you did. You did. And Bill is here.
Ah, hey, Bill. Welcome, everyone. Oh, we're so excited. And at some point, we're actually going to open it up so that we can talk with you directly. And when that happens, just so you know, it will turn on your camera and we'll be able to see you. So if you would like to raise your hand and talk with us, absolutely do that, and know that your camera will turn on unless you cover it up with a tape or something like that. And we will be recording it, and it will be going to other people who aren't here presently. So just want to give you a heads up what that would look like if you want to talk with us directly.
Yeah, and you will be able to turn off the camera. There's in the top of the screen, you can turn off the camera. Yeah, if you don't want to be online. But we would love to see you if it's okay.
Oh, we're going to give a couple more minutes just to get everybody in here and settled. Oh,
Yeah.
Doing my wiggled, excited dance. Oh, yay. I can feel you guys already. Thanks for coming.
It's going to be so exciting. We have been so much looking forward for this.
And this came together because Helena and I, when we connected, we could see all sorts of magic that was happening in our own lives when we came together, and we thought we have to share this with everyone else. If we're having so much fun and so much magic in the two of us, imagine what that would look like if there were more of us to come together and to play together.
Yeah. Very much. Yeah.
Oh, so everybody just kind of take a deep breath and get settled in. We're about to start in just a minute. And as we're waiting, I guess the question that I would ask all of you is what, and you can put, what does magic mean to you? Because we're going to talk about what magic means to us and how we access magic, but we'd be really curious to see what it means in your world. It's hard to keep waiting. I just want to get started.
Yeah. We can start with telling that in the end of this webinar, we will do a little healing meditation. So stay on till the end of it, and if you can't, then watch the replay, and so you don't miss the healing meditation that we will do to really settle into the feeling of magic. Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that. Oh, okay. I think it's time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. So our topic today is on manifesting magic and bringing infinite possibilities into your life. And as I said, Helena and I had been working together and seeing all of this magic come into our own lives, and we wanted to share that with people. And it's been this beautiful journey for ourselves of going through and being able to access and really feel that there are steps that we can take to connect with magic and synchronicity and infinite possibilities. And we're going to talk about all of these steps, but I'm going to lay them out in the beginning just for you to feel into them and see how they've played out in your own lives. And what we've found is that in order for us to access that oneness, that infinite, that there's a sense of surrender. There's a sense of letting go and letting God. And out of that surrender, we get to access the next step, which is listening and feeling into what we're being called to do, feeling into what's coming through us, and that presence of God that's guiding us. And then we have to say yes. We have to say yes to what is being called forward. Because if we don't say yes to the magic, we lose the energy of it, and we lose the build that's being created, the build up that's happening. And then we need to take action and move that yes into the world. And from there, we cycle back again and we surrender and we go through each of these stages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another part of that is also that it's not always easy to just surrender. Sometimes our minds play all kind of tricks with us and disturb our ability to be present and listen to the guidance and listen to the yes. And we have to be willing to look at what is it, what our mind believe and tell us that it's not true. So we will talk a little about that too.
Yeah.
How to
absolutely.
quiet the mind and step into the surrenderness.
Actually, Helena, why don't you lead us into just a little mini meditation on quieting the mind and accessing that surrender?
Yeah, so if it's possible for you where you sit now, just relax. Take some deep breaths. Breath that's filling your stomach. Very deep breaths. And feel your feet on the floor under you. And imagine that your feet going into the earth, grounding you deep, deep down into the earth. Yeah. And feel the earth's energy coming up, rising up through your legs and up into your body. And feel how it relaxes the body. And now send your awareness up out of the top of your head and into the light that is above your head. And feel how you can connect to this light. And feel how the angels and the guidance stands here in the light, ready to help you. And breathe the awareness of all this love and all this help down into your body. So every time you breathe in, you breathe the energy and the love from the earth, and the love and the guidance from the light above you into your body. And just feel how that's bringing ease to the body. The body can relax. And feel how this makes the mind quiet. And every time the mind starts speaking, just stop it and go back to noticing the breath and how you feel yourself each time you take a breath. Yeah. To step into the magic is to step into this consciousness of being loved and being supported. And knowing that you're loved and supported at any time. And that knowing comes from experience. The more you experience this state of mind, the more you experience that the mind actually can be quiet, the more you can believe that it's real. Yeah. And Heather, maybe you want to tell us about how you access the magic.
Absolutely. I love what you were just saying. I'm going to answer that first. What I have found can be so helpful for people is that when we can access these moments of surrender and these moments of bliss when we're in meditation, like you just brought us into right now, Helena. And then there seems to be a disconnect between those moments of peace and settling and the rest of our lives. And there seems to be a break between meditation and finances, or meditation and health, or meditation and being in relationship with ourselves and with others. And you pointed to something that just has been so valuable in my own life, which is to keep track of the magic in my life. Because if I have something truly incredible happen in the beginning of my day, goes so long that by the time I'm done with it, I've already forgotten all of the peace and all of that connection with source that's happened sometimes, unless I'm staying conscious of it and I'm keeping track of it. And so that's a tool that I find can be really helpful, is to go back and to ask that question at the end of my day of, what magic and bliss has happened in my day? And strangely enough, things like Facebook and Pinterest and things like that can be ways for you to access it and remind yourself of the bliss, of the joy, of the spaces of magic that have already happened in your day that are so easy to push aside when you open up your bills and you realize, oh, I've got this to pay, or, oh, at the end of a long day of work and you're struggling with your coworkers and going, oh, not another day of this. It's hard to remember, like, oh,
Yeah.
I thought, hey, I could have a parking space, and bam, there it was. I thought, of calling someone because I felt really disconnected, and bam, they called me. Like, we can forget about that perfection when we get caught in the hustle and bustle. And so that's one way that I remember to stay in a place of surrender.
Yeah. And I do something like that. I collect my stories. I have all kind of stories where I ask for something and then it shows up for me in one way or the other. But I have lots of stories like that, and I keep them close to my heart because they remind me that I can have what I ask for. I have stories of parking places. Parking places. I have done that so many times that I don't even doubt it anymore. If I'm going somewhere, there's where I have to park a place where I know it's difficult, I always ask on the way, and it's always there. So by collecting these stories for years has made me just, I don't even doubt it anymore. It's just the way it is for me. And I do that with other things too. I've done it with traveling many times, that I was wondering, can I afford this, or should I go? And I was asking for it, and then there's always a way showing up. And a part of that is also letting go, and then that's the surrender part, letting go of the need to have this wish fulfilled, but saying, yes, I would like this in my life because it brings me joy, not because I need it, not because I really, really, really want it, but just because it gives me joy. And then I can surrender and see if the universe is giving me what I'm asking for. It gives me joy, and if it doesn't, it's okay. I surrender to the outcome too.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And it speaks to, we can say the first step is surrender, but there are lots of different pieces to surrendering.
Yeah.
And sometimes we can do them on our own, and sometimes it's nice to have the support of somebody else to help us to continue to surrender, and to continue to surrender, and to continue to surrender. Times we have to be willing to say yes. One of a story from my own life of how I've been able to manifest magic was when I was teaching, and it was coming upon summer break, and I wasn't sure what I was going to be doing for the summer, and summer was a week away. And someone had asked me, well, what are you doing? And when I really tapped into my heart, I said, there was a volunteer program that I wanted to work with, but I said no to them because I had a great opportunity to travel, and I took that instead. And I'd like to do that, but I don't know if they'll have me. I wish I could have a sign. And this was at night. And the next morning, the first thing I saw in my email was a letter from those people, from that volunteer
Yeah.
organization saying, please join us. We'll take people just for the summer. Please submit your application. And I went, oh my gosh, that's my sign. And so I filled out the application and I sent it in and we did the interview, and I was driving up to start this new job.
Yeah.
But it doesn't end there, because so I surrendered, I asked for what I wanted, I said yes, I took action. And then, you know, I took a couple of days to drive up to this facility where I was going. And I happened to be on the phone with someone that was a friend, but had also been someone I had dated in the past. And this person, while very kind and generous, was emotionally vacant. And I had turned myself into that to be with him. And we were having a conversation, and as I'm driving up the coast to this job, and I said to him, you know what? I'm done pretending relationship. I'm done pretending that I'm satisfied with this like half life in terms of relationships. Like, I'm done giving myself up. I honestly, truly want true love. I know soulmates exist. I've seen it with my grandparents. I know it's possible. Like, both my grandparents married their best friends and were married for over 50, one of them 60 years. And they had a love affair, friendship, and adoration that was so beautiful. I was like, I know it exists and I want it. And I shared this with this person. I finally like came clean with the universe. And I said, I'm ready for my soulmate. And I thought nothing of it. I just said it and declared it. And I continued my drive. And 2 days later, I met the love of my life.
Yeah.
And I had no expectations. I never realized that was possible. And there it was, right in front of me. And we've been together ever since. So 8 years later,
Yeah.
from simply being true with what my heart and what was calling out to, and saying yes to it and letting it go, it just showed up right there. So
yeah, and that's when it's magic. When I've tried that many times, when you ask for something that is so big and so it can seem so out of reach, that is that you ask for it and then you actually forget it a little. So
Yeah.
when it shows up like, oh, this is for me. This is possible. and then yeah, asking about relationships it doesn't seem like a thing that you can ask for, but it is. It is. Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes when we let go, we have to also let go of wanting it or needing it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the universe asks us to be ready inside before it can transpire outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's one of those things that is sometimes hard to do on your own.
Yeah.
Hard to go to those places that are painful or that hurt.
Yeah.
And really find that love within yourself and find that, you know, freedom within yourself in order to be a mirror for it in the world.
Yeah. And we can have all kind of things standing in the way for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that we talked about was that we often think that we have to be better or be something that we are not in order to be good enough, and in order to deserve love, and in order to deserve support. I found that it's actually not true. Preparing for this, I had all kind of thoughts around. Oh, I'm a slow speaker, and I judged that for wrong. And, if I should do a webinar, I had to be able to speak fast and correct English. But actually, I found out that I'm a much better speaker when I think before I speak, and I take some deep breaths, and accepting that I am one that think a lot, and what comes out of my mouth is much better when I think first. And that's much more value for those who are listening. And leaning into this awareness made it so much easier to get the support. I had 2 phone calls today that was just perfectly timed for making me realize that I am absolutely perfect, and I don't have to change anything, and I don't have to change the way I am to do this. And having 2 phone calls today, this afternoon, to support me in this is for me magic. Magic helping me being better at loving me and feeling love. Yeah, that's amazing. But what I wanted to say about it was also that that's a very common feeling, that we have to do better, do more, do faster, do, and it's not true. The surrendering and letting go is the way into feeling the love and feeling the support from the universe. The doing more, the doing better is actually the thoughts that disturbs us, our thoughts, and disturb us in so much that we cannot listen to the guidance that is actually there. Yeah. Because it is there. I've tried it. Standing, right beside me was the feeling of someone standing just right beside me, and I was a little confused because there was no one there. And accepting this feeling and made me aware enough to see some pictures. I got some pictures in my head guiding me what to do. So the guidance can be very profound if we are aware enough to see and feel it.
I'd love for everyone to take a moment, and let's kind of go into that place together of accessing a judgment, accessing something that feels like, I don't know about this. Maybe not like the biggest thing in the whole world, but something that, like Helena was talking about, where she judged herself about being slow to speak and about her talking in English, and something like that is kind of been weighing on you, and just to feel into it right now. And what if it's not true? And what if you are completely loved and completely perfect with that? And that one's a hard one to swallow sometimes, right? Like, it's hard to believe that we are still lovable if we don't get it right. If we don't change. And for you, would you be willing to have a different perspective about that? Would you be willing for God to show you the truth about that? Just open up your hearts to the possibility that God could show you the truth about this. I'm wondering if anybody has anything to share about that, or what information they got from Source as they were feeling into that judgment and feeling into the response by Spirit. And so if you feel called, you can always type into the chat box or raise your hand, and we can hear what's going on for you, either the connection with Spirit and the guidance that you were receiving, or even, the honesty of, I didn't feel anything. I don't even know how to love this part, because even acknowledging that is a type of surrender. Acknowledge how to love this part of me that I'm judging, but I'd be willing to. Maybe, Helena, you can share your experience with it.
Yeah, my experience is that there's some feeling of it's not true, that I have to speak a special way, or a very profound feeling of doing it slow. It's absolutely perfect for me. Yeah. And being nice to me, is absolutely perfect, and what God wants for me. Being nice to me. And then it opens up the possibility to love me, speaking slow. And seeing the qualities in that.
can you see how lovable Helena is?
Yeah.
Isn't it just, I think it was a criminal to think that she would ever not be deserving of love.
Yeah. And this goes for me, but it goes for everyone. And that's, everyone is so lovable.
Yeah.
Everyone is. And for me, it's a feeling of how would I treat a little child, that, like a little child that's learning to walk. You don't judge them when they fall. You don't say they're wrong when they fall, and raise again, and try again. And that's the same with me and everyone else. But I try, and I do, and I sometimes do good and sometimes don't. But it doesn't mean that I'm not lovable and not deserving of all the support in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be.
Yeah.
I was going to say, sometimes it can be easier to find love for ourselves and love for our judgment when we put that onto a little child, when we see ourselves as our little girl or little boy or little kiddo, and we let them show us what it feels like to be judged and to be hurt that way. And when we can separate it from our grown up, know better kind of place, and we can look into the face of our little child and say, I'm so sorry you're feeling this way, and really truly be with them, we can find that love for ourselves and that love for each other that can be hard to access, and that can keep us from surrendering to the infinite possibilities that the universe is trying so hard to gift to us.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, trying so hard to gift us. They are standing just right beside us all the time, trying to help us, and to let us, to lead us, and to get through the disturbance of our mind. They were just here to help us.
Absolutely.
And to bring magic.
Yeah. If we're willing to say yes.
Yeah. Jane was writing here, she got the message that she can never make a wrong decision when she's true to her heart. And that's so true. Yeah, that's the feeling into the heart. And stopping the mind's disturbance.
Absolutely. And sometimes, we need help to stop the mind. We need help to be kind to ourselves. We need help learning all of the different ways to surrender, to listen to our knowing, to be afraid and yet say yes anyway, and to actually be able to take that action. Which is why we actually put together a package.
Yeah.
The 6 weeks to manifesting magic in your life. And during that time together, we will be looking at those 4 components and each of the little things that can make a difference in being able to actually access the magic that's just sitting right there, waiting for us to step into, but we haven't quite figured out on our own. And we planned it for this time of year because the winter solstice and Christmas and Hanukkah, they're the veil between what's possible and what's impossible is very thin. And in that ability to step from what seems real to see what is possible and what is real is less challenging. It's why during this time of year we can actually believe in Santa Claus, and we can actually believe that any wish can come true, and why so much feels magical this year. Everything, whether you're living in a warm climate or a cold climate, there's something that's twinkly. There's something that feels different about December, about this time of year, where we can believe in miracles again.
Yeah.
And so together we'll spend 3 weeks in December working on these strategies that we've put together for you, working one-on-one with you to overcome the things that feel like you can't surrender, feel like places where you've tried but it hasn't worked. And we'll work with you one-on-one to overcome them. And then we'll also give you the tools so that you can do this work on your own. So we'll meet in December, and then with all of that building and all of that momentum, we're going to work to create a magical 2017. So that way you can make the next year the most infinite year that you've ever experienced, because you have so much more access to your joy and your ability to step in sync with that which your heart truly desires. And I'm super excited about spending 7 weeks. It'll be a one-on-one, but 7 weeks total, because we'll take a break between Christmas and New Year's. And I'm so excited to spend 7 weeks with Helena and with all of you, just stepping outside of the belief systems that are keeping us stuck and really, really accessing the magic of relationships and love and possibilities in all of these areas of our lives.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking so much forward to it. And I think December always have this feeling of there's something special, magical about December. And yeah, all the angels that surround us, like
Yeah.
the rest of the year, we don't put them out in the living room, but in December we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are aware of the angels around us all December, and that magical energy. It's also the childhood feeling of being gifted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the energy in December, and that's the energy we are going to go deep into during this package of a series of webinars we will be doing together. And we really hope that there's a lot of people that will join us in this, because magic is for everyone. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it is. And using the tools and being more aware of accessing the magic in our life will bring us into a higher place of magic. Yeah.
Oh. Can you guys feel that gift? You said gift, and all of a sudden my whole body went, oh, a gift?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I can receive a gift this Christmas?
Yeah.
It's not just about giving and thinking about and planning, but like, wow,
Yeah.
I can receive this gift too.
Yeah. We all can. And the funny part is that we actually don't have to do a lot. We just have to surrender and feel the yes inside. Yeah.
It's true.
So we will be meeting 6 Tuesdays, same time as today. 3 Tuesdays in December and 3 Tuesdays in January. Yeah, to help each other grow and step into magic. Yeah.
I just want to like jump around and scream and yell because I'm so excited.
Me too. Yeah, actually, we should put up the link. We didn't do that.
No, let's do that.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. And then we have a coupon code.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to tell us about that?
Yes, and you don't have to put anything in for today. The price will be $97. And then after today, it'll be $127. So you don't have to put in a coupon code. If you go to the website today, that will be the price. And that will include all 6 weeks of the live webinars and one-on-one support. It'll include the replays to all of those webinars. And it'll also include worksheets that will help you when we're not together to really ground all of this this energy that sometimes we can access the energy, but our mind then jumps in and goes, but what about this and what about that? And so we have worksheets for you to help ground your mind into this process so that you can get your spirit, your body, your mind, all the aspects of you onto one page together to step into the magic.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling called for us to do that last guided meditation and healing now. Is there anything you wanted to share before we jump into that, Helena?
Well, I was feeling the same. I was just wondering if anyone had questions or something. They can write it in the
Absolutely.
chat.
Perfect.
But it seems everyone is just perfectly fine. Quiet.
That's great. So yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to write them in the chat. We're gonna start our healing meditation and then we'll answer those questions at the end if there are any. And so I'm going to be the voice for the meditation, but Helena is going to be guiding with the energy too, and with the healing, the feeling present. So if you feel like there's two different presence, two different energies coming together to work with you, with your body, with your soul, with your mind, that's because we're coming together and unifying in this process.
Yes.
Oh, so everyone just go ahead and take a deep breath. And feeling back into your bodies. And allowing nothing to exist right now except this moment. And everything else that does pop into your mind that tries to exist, it can sit with you. And let it be there too. And I want you to see yourself sitting someplace peaceful. You can feel whatever it is that brings you joy. Sunshine, nature, anything that feels the energy of joy and peace. And I want you to walk in your thoughts and your mind towards a body of water. And I want you to look in the body of water and to see a reflection. It might be yours, it might be something else. It doesn't matter. And I want that reflection to give a gift to you. And take a moment to receive that gift. I want you to thank the reflection. And if you have any questions, you may ask them right now. Now you're going to walk and you're going to see a chair in front of you. And it can be any kind of chair you want. And you're going to sit in this chair. And you're going to feel the support of the chair and the support of the gift. And you're going to allow your angels, your higher self, your own thoughts to share with you what wants to support you in your life right now. And I want you to feel that support. And I want you to ask, how can I bring this support into my life? And you might see something, you might hear something, you might just feel something. Whatever it is, it's perfect. You're going to thank that aspect of you. And you're going to walk into a shower of golden white light. And allow every aspect of your being to resonate and to flow with this golden white light. Knowing that everything in this moment is perfect. That in this moment, nothing needs to change, nothing needs to be any different than it is. Knowing that you are loved. And as you go off into the rest of your day, feel free to come back to your gift, to the guidance you received, and to this moment of knowing that everything is perfect. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Orient yourselves back to this chair, to this ground, to this space. And I want to thank you for your time, for joining us, for your contribution for us. Because when you come and you bring your energy with me, with Helena, with someone else, together, that is where the magic exists. In this community of presence, in this moment of now. And if you to continue this journey with us, we would love for you to join us. The website is youmemagic.com. And you could go there, or you could follow the link that's on your page. Either way, it's been an honor to spend this time with you. And we thank you so much.
It's been such an honor and such an amazing time together. Yeah, yes. And you're so welcome to write some feedback in the chat if you have anything. We would love to hear from you. And yeah, and
you can also find us on Facebook. We've got You + Me = Magic. You can respond there if you'd like to as well. And we will send you out an email with a replay of this video if you'd like. And to come back to this moment in the future as well.
Exactly.
So thank you everyone for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
So much love.
Yeah, so much love. Dita is writing, thank you both. You're beautiful. And Lisa is writing, thank you both. It was beautiful. And saying thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Dite, Lisa, everybody that joined us today. We appreciate it so much.
It's been such an honor and such a joy to be here. Yeah.
No, bye.
Bye bye.